Hello, my soul family. How are you all? And I hope you are doing great, wonderful, amazing, and safe wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all in my channel. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, for giving me lots of love. And I am very glad that I help you out in some manner. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, then please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And you can also let me know in the comment section if you want to tell me anything, if you want to ask me anything. So let's start today's video. This is a new series which we are starting, and the name of the series is Templates of Matter. If we want to understand the multidimensional anatomy, we have to understand the templates, the blueprint, the design, the pattern upon which the whole matter is manifested. Okay, everything is built on a template, on a blueprint, on a design. Okay, so we will get to know that what is that template, okay, what is that design, what is that blueprint upon which the matter is built on. So we have to understand the template. Okay, the template, the blueprint, the design, the pattern upon which all the matter has been created originally by the divine, by the God, by the source. So in this series we are going to know about the templates of matter. Why we are starting this series is because if you know that this was the original template upon which you were created, okay, this was the template upon which your DNA was created originally by the divine, then we will able to understand that what are the distortions, what are the DNA strands which are being junk, which are being closed or shut down, or which are the strands which we have to activate. So for doing that, we have to go in the starting point, okay, that is the blueprint, the template upon which the original creation has been done. Okay, and we are going to talk about the original creation, the original intention upon which everything was manifested in the beginning. Because right now whatever we are seeing in a 3D dimension, we are seeing a distorted perception, a distorted template we all are carrying inside of us. Many of the DNA strands have been closed off. There are a lot of things which we are having inside of our template. So we have to know about the template, the design, the blueprint, that what is this all about. Okay, I'm going to keep these videos very short, okay, not too much, not too long. I'm going to cover very slowly one by one topic so that we can understand all of these topics very easily. Okay, so let's start today's video. So in the beginning there was a void. Okay, in the beginning there was a void, there was an intention that needed to be created. Okay, there was an intention which the God was having, that God wants to create. Okay, the God intention was to create. There was a void. In this void the God wants to create. Okay, and the intention was the love. Okay, everything which we see in the whole time matrix, in our whole universe, we see okay, in front of us, are made up of God source. Okay, and intention of love. Okay, the God created everything with the intention of love. The first was a void, the intention that need to be created. Okay, then that intention was love. Okay, then comes to God force. Okay, then after creating, after the God force comes, okay, then comes the substances. Okay, then after coming the substances, then comes the structures which we see in front of us, like 15 dimensional time matrix, or the DNA, or the chakras, or many more things. Okay, so first there was a void, there was an intention that God wants to create. Okay, there was an intention to creation. Okay, there was a willing to creation, there was a will to create. The God wants to create. Okay, but God wants to create with the intention of love. Okay, and love was the intention behind every template. That was the intention. Okay, then comes the force. The force is there, the God consciousness force is there, okay, which every template is having. So first is the love, which every template is having. The intention is the love, and the second thing is the God consciousness force. Okay, then comes to substances, which we called as primal substances. Okay, then comes the primal structures. Okay, so now we get to know that before the structure, before the substance, okay, there is a force, there is a will, there is a intention, there is a void. Okay, so there is a source, there is an intention of source, intention into creation, which is the living breathing portions of God consciousness. That is a foundation, like a blanket of frequency, that allows the rest of the substances structures to be built upon. So there are three creation forces, there are three different perspectives for externalization, and they are always creating. Okay, they are always there, they are eternal, and if they are not there, the hologram will collapse and will turn into nothing. Okay, these forces were given to us as a gift. Okay, and these forces represents divine trinity. Okay, these forces are called as divine trinity, and these forces were given to us as a gift, and these are the parts of God that live inside of us, parts of the God consciousness, that is you, that is me. Okay, so that part, this is the part of consciousness that lives inside of us. So the first trinity is the trinity of intention. Okay, the intention to create, the void of a creation. Okay, so in the beginning it was a void, and in the void, and after that void, okay, the void become filled. It first filled with the sound, and from the sound it filled with the light. So it first filled with the sound, and from the void and sound it filled with light. So the divine trinity means the void, the sound, and the light. The intention to create, okay, the love, the void, the raw pure consciousness, okay, that is the void. That is the first trinity, the trinity of intention. Then comes the sound, which is the second thing, okay, and the third is light. So these three forces are called as Manu, Ira, and Mana. Okay, the forces is the fixed point within the soul of the God, the still point of the God, the still point or the fixed point within the soul of God. Okay, so the three forces are called as Manu, Mana, and Ira, and these are the tonal translations, okay, of the vibrations. These are the beings, okay, living beings, the living consciousness. Okay, and each one has a silent sound, and if you bring that silent sound out, the first vibration sound is eh ka sha. Okay, which we called as akasha, the sky. Okay, eh ka sha. Okay, this is e ka sha. The manu is ec, the ka is mana, and the sha is ira. Okay, manu, the ira, the mana. Okay, the manu, the ira, and the mana, each one have the silent sound, and if you bring that silent sound out, the first vibration sound is e ka sha. Okay, the ikasha. Ikasha is A is Manu, Ka means mana, Sha means Ira. So Manu, it creates the Ira, and between the two, the mana forms. Okay, Manu, it creates the Ira, and between the two, the mana forms. So the Manu is the void, the vacuum, the intention, the focus, okay, and the era is the sound, the seed, okay, the divine feminine, okay, the vibration. Then comes the mana, which is the light, the spark. So this is Ikasha. Okay. So now what we are doing is we are awakening these three forces. That's why they are three-dimensional. The original Ikasha, it all connects to Trinity through it all connects to Trinity things. Okay, so it is the primal circulatory system of consciousness that moves through us all the times. And how it moves us all of the time, that when we breathe in, that's the era, then we take a pause, that's the still point, that's the manu, and then we release the out breath, that's the mana. So these are the primal circulatory system of consciousness. These are the three primal god force currents, the god consciousness, which we all are carrying inside of us. These three are the basic trinity, the primal forces, the will or intention, okay, the fields, the primal force fields. These three intentions came in the mind of the god, okay. So this is how we become at one ment. Okay, this is how they become one spirit. The Manu, the Ira, and the Mana. They are the passion, the energy, the want to. Okay, so these are the three separate intentions, but one. Okay, looking at different perspective, but one spirit. And when we get the Ira, Manu, and Mana space, we progressively open into our body. This means we not only be able to think about it, but we will be also able to feel about it within our bodies and within our emotion, because it is a state of at one ment. And what has happened is that from 25,500 BC, these currents are not running in our body. The Manu, the Ira, the Mana, they are not running properly in our body. And when these currents are not running properly in our body since 25,500 BC, the other templates are not going to manifest, because this is the basic force of consciousness. This is the basic force of god consciousness, the first god force current, okay, the force current, which is the primal force, the divine trinity, which is there, and we have to activate this back. We are learning that all things we lacking are always there and within us, we just forget it. Okay, these are the living forces of god, which is going to start to awake in us, in each of us. Okay, and now we are giving back currents into our body. There is a still point where we have to spin too quickly, and all of those movements come so automatically that we become one with the still point. So first the sound comes, then we have to do the movements that go with that sound, that is the dance. Okay, then the markaba is going to spin, and there is also a symbol, and while spinning and while dancing we are going to activate. And this is what the breatharians were used to do. Okay, they simply breathe and dance, the dance for life, the dance for love, the dance for freedom, and the dance for joy. Now we are going to be able to understand that what is our basic structure. Okay, what is the template, what is this means. Now in the next video we are going to talk about the next thing, which is called as the primal substances, and I hope it will make you all understand what is the god force. Okay, so sending you lots of love, healing, and happy energies to all my soul family who are watching my video. Take care of yourself, and I will see you all soon.